welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're diving into fashion photography for e-commerce.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and we've got tons of research and articles to really help you understand like what goes into creating those perfect product images you see online.
Yeah, it's a really interesting area because it's changing so rapidly, with AI and everything.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? There's some pretty surprising things that we found in the data.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about hidden fees and usage rights and how AI is kind of shaking things up.
I think a lot of people don't realize how much goes into it.
Right. Like you see those pictures and you don't think about it.
Yeah.
Like how much does it actually cost to make that happen?
Yeah.
And, it's easy to underestimate how important those visuals are.
Mm-hmm.
Studies show that just having a model wearing your clothes can boost your conversion rate by like 30%.
Oh, wow. So it's way better than just showing the product on its own.
Yeah, way better. Like way, way better.
I guess it helps people visualize how it would look on them.
Yeah, for sure. Like imagine seeing a dress on a hanger versus seeing it like flow on a person. It just brings it to life.
Yeah.
But creating those images, it comes at a cost. And we're going to break down how much.
Okay, sounds good.
So first, we're talking traditional photo shoots. And it's important to know that the cost can be like really different depending on what you're going for, right?
Yeah.
So let's look at three main categories: fast fashion, catalog shoots, and high-end brands.
Mm-hmm.
So first up, fast fashion. We're talking about like constantly dropping new collections to stay on trend.
Yeah, fast fashion.
It's all about speed and volume.
Right.
And that means like big expenses. You've got photographer fees, which can be like 400 to 1,200 pounds a day.
Per day. Wow.
Per day.
Yeah.
And then you've got model fees, which can be anywhere from like 200 to 1,000 pounds, depending on, how experienced they are and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then, oh my gosh, location costs.
Oh, yeah. I bet that's a lot.
You're talking about renting studios or getting permits for those outdoor shoots. Easily 600 to 2,000 pounds per day.
Jeez.
Then you've got hair and makeup, usually between 150 and 800 pounds. Styling, wardrobe, equipment rental, it all adds up.
Yeah, I bet.
So for a typical fast fashion shoot, you're looking at 5,000 to 15,000 pounds.
Okay, so that's for fast fashion. What about catalog shoots?
Yeah, catalog shoots are a little different. It's more about like clarity and consistency, not so much that like high fashion look.
Right. Right.
So the costs are a little bit lower.
Okay.
You still have similar expenses like the photographer, the model, the location, and all that, but it usually falls between 3,000 and 10,000 pounds.
Got it. So a bit cheaper.
Yeah, and then we get to like the top of the pyramid, the high-end brands.
Ooh, yeah, the fancy stuff.
This is where the budgets get crazy. You're talking about top-tier talent, exclusive locations, and equipment that's probably worth more than my car.
Yeah, I bet.
Those like gorgeous editorials you see in magazines, that's what we're talking about.
Right.
So for a photographer on a high-end shoot, you could easily be paying 3,000 pounds or more per day.
Wow. Per day.
Yeah. And models. We're talking about the lead, so fees from 5,000 to 10,000 pounds.
Okay, so way more expensive.
Way more expensive. And locations. Think exclusive venues, breathtaking scenery, and permits that cost a fortune. Like 2,000 to 10,000 pounds per day just for the location.
That's crazy.
But, when you're trying to create an image of luxury, that's the price you pay, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. But those numbers are just the beginning.
Oh, no. What do you mean?
We haven't talked about the hidden costs yet, the things people don't always think about.
Okay, like what?
Well, for starters, transportation and accommodation. If your models and crew need to travel for the shoot, that adds up fast. Flights, hotels, all that.
Right, and then insurance.
Uh-huh.
I bet a lot of those locations and equipment rentals require specific insurance, right?
Absolutely. And props and set design, even for smaller shoots, that can get expensive if you need something specific.
And you can't forget about food. You got to keep everyone fed, especially on long shoots.
Yeah, for sure. Catering is essential.
And then permits. Oh my gosh, permits. Certain locations, especially if they're public or really popular, they might require special permits. And that not only costs money, but also adds delays.
It's like a whole hidden maze of costs.
Yeah, it sounds like it. But wait, there's more, right?
Oh yeah, there's one more big one. Post-production.
Right. It's easy to forget about that, but the work isn't done when the shoot's over.
Exactly. Editing, retouching, color correction, all that can add hundreds, if not thousands of pounds to the bill.
And what about revisions? Like if you decide you want something changed after the initial edit.
Oh yeah, those can get pricey too.
So we've got all these hidden costs, and then there's something else lurking in the shadows, isn't there?
You got it. The usage fee trap.
Okay, the usage fee trap. That sounds scary. What is that?
So usage fees cover the rights to actually use those images you've created for commercial purposes, and they can really sneak up on you if you're not careful.
Okay, tell me more. I'm all ears.
So there are three main things that affect how much you pay: purpose, duration, and geographical scope.
Okay, break that down for me.
So first, the purpose. Are you using the images for social media, print ads, in-store displays, or what?
Okay, so different uses, different fees.
Exactly. Then there's duration. The longer you want to use the images, the more you'll pay.
Okay, makes sense.
And finally, geographical scope. Using the images internationally costs more than just using them locally.
Okay, so purpose, duration, scope, got it.
Yeah.
But how much are we talking about here?
It can be a lot. Usage fees can add 30 to 50% to the total cost of the shoot.
Whoa, that's a big chunk of change.
It is, so you really need to factor it into your budget from the beginning.
Okay, wow. I'm starting to see how expensive traditional photo shoots can be.
Yeah, and we have some insights from actual photography experts that really highlight this.
Oh, perfect. What do they say?
So Olivia Bossert, she's a photographer, she points out that using the images online globally is usually included in the base fee, but if you want to use them for things like physical stores or catalogs, there's extra charges.
Ah, so you have to be really clear about how you're going to use them.
Exactly. And then Saivhan Beasley, she's another photographer, she really emphasizes that those licensing fees, they're crucial for accurate budgeting.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught out by those hidden fees. Okay, so we've talked a lot about how traditional fashion photography is complex and expensive.
Yes.
But I feel like you're about to tell me there's a better way.
You know it. And that better way is AI.
Okay, AI, the game changer.
Exactly. AI-generated photo shoots are becoming a really smart solution for getting high-quality images without all the hassle and costs.
Okay, I'm all in. Tell me everything.
Well, first of all, you get platform-ready customization. You can easily adapt the images for different platforms like social media, product listings, ads, whatever you need.
So you don't need separate photo shoots for every single thing?
Nope. And it gets better. You can start with a simple photo, like even just something you took on your phone.
Really?
Yeah. And AI can turn it into a mannequin shot or even a full-blown model shot.
Hey, so I can just snap a picture and let AI handle the rest?
Pretty much. And there's model redressing. You can digitally dress models in different outfits and even show your clothes on different body types without doing more photo shoots.
That's incredible. It's like magic.
It is pretty amazing. And it's not just about saving money. It also makes for a better customer experience. Those clear, high-quality images, they help people see the product better.
And that means fewer returns and happier customers, right?
Exactly. Like Marta Schuster, a content manager we spoke to, she said that clear images that show the texture and color accurately, they're essential for online sales. And AI does that really well.
Right.
And then there's speed. With AI, you can get those images in hours instead of weeks.
No more waiting around for the photographer to edit everything.
Nope. Perfect for fast-paced industries like fast fashion or if you need to launch something quickly.
And all that efficiency's got to save some serious money, right?
Oh, yeah. We're talking costs as low as 15 pence per image.
Hold, did you say 15 pence?
15 pence.
Wow. Okay, that is a game changer.
It is. It makes professional quality visuals accessible to everyone, really.
Amazing. But I have a feeling we're just scratching the surface here, right? There's more to talk about.
Absolutely. In the next part, we'll look at specific examples of how different kinds of brands can really use AI to their advantage.
So we were talking about AI and how it can make high-quality visuals more affordable.
Right.
But what I find really cool is that it's not like a one-size-fits-all thing.
Yeah.
AI can be tailored to different businesses, which is awesome.
It is. It's not always about replacing traditional photography completely. It's more about using each approach where it makes sense.
Okay, I like that.
So let's look at some examples.
Yeah, examples.
We'll start with catalog brands.
Okay.
Those companies that need to produce tons of images for their websites and catalogs.
Right, where you can scroll through pages and pages of products.
Exactly. That's where AI shines. It can create those consistent, high-quality visuals without the hassle of a traditional shoot.
So no more coordinating models and photographers and studios.
Nope. It's faster, cheaper, and way more efficient.
That sounds like a dream come true for those companies.
It is.
So who else benefits from AI?
Dropshippers. They have super tight margins and need to move fast.
Yeah, they got to get those products up online and out the door.
Exactly. AI lets them create those product images without breaking the bank or taking forever.
Makes sense. What about small brands or startups?
They can benefit a lot, too. When you're starting out, every penny counts.
Oh, yeah. You got to be smart with your money.
AI gives them a way to have professional-looking visuals without blowing their budget.
So instead of spending a fortune on a traditional shoot, they can use AI and then put that money towards other things like marketing.
Exactly. It's all about using your resources wisely.
I love that it gives them a chance to compete with the big guys.
It does.
But Kit, like luxury brands use AI too. I always thought it was more for, saving money.
It's definitely cost-effective, but it's also about working smarter, even for luxury brands.
Okay, how so?
They could use AI for, their basic product images for their online store.
Okay.
And then use their budget for those big creative campaigns.
Right, the ones with famous photographers and models.
Yeah, the ones that tell a story and create that luxury feel.
Ah, so it's about finding the right balance.
Exactly.
I'm really liking this hybrid approach.
And don't forget about that model redressing feature we talked about.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
It lets brands show their clothes on all kinds of body types, which is great for inclusivity.
Yeah, I love that.
But let's talk money for a second.
Okay, money talks. I bet AI wins this one.
You bet. Remember those 15-pence images?
Hard to beat that.
So let's compare traditional versus AI, just to see the difference.
Okay, let's do it.
Photographer fees for traditional can be £400 to £3,000 per day. With AI, it's zero.
Wow, okay. Big difference already.
Model fees, £200 to £10,000 for traditional. Again, zero with AI.
And location rental?
£500 to £10,000 per day for traditional. Gone with AI.
Hair and makeup?
£150 to £1,500 for traditional. Disappears with AI.
And styling and wardrobe?
£500 to £2,000 for traditional. Also gone with AI.
Equipment rental?
Another £300 to £2,000 for traditional. Not needed with AI.
Okay, wow, the savings are adding up fast.
Right. And then the cost per image.
Yeah, what's that looking like?
Traditional, you're looking at £50 to £300 per image.
And with AI, is it 15 pence?
Yep, still 15 pence.
Unbelievable.
What about turnaround time? Traditional, it can take 1 to 2 weeks.
To get the final images?
Yeah, planning, shooting, editing, all that. With AI, it's a few hours.
A few hours.
And remember those usage fees we talked about?
Oh, yeah, the hidden costs?
With AI, you don't have to worry about those at all.
Okay, I'm convinced. AI seems like the clear winner.
It has a lot of advantages, that's for sure.
But is there a catch? Are there downsides to AI?
That's a great question, and it's something we'll talk about in our final segment.
So AI sounds amazing, but I know nothing is perfect.
Right.
Are there any downsides to AI-generated images? Things brands should watch out for?
Yeah, it's still a pretty new technology, so there are some things to keep in mind.
Okay, like what?
Well, sometimes those AI images can have little imperfections or glitches. You might not notice it at first glance,
Okay.
but someone with a trained eye might spot something that's a bit off.
It's like my AI model could end up with an extra finger or something.
Haha, not usually that extreme. It's more subtle things, like the lighting might be a bit weird.
Okay.
Or the texture of the fabric might look a little strange.
Got it.
It's like those deepfake videos. They can be super realistic.
Yeah.
But if you look closely, you can tell something's not quite right.
I see.
So AI can create amazing images, but it can't always replicate that human touch,
Right, that artistic eye that a photographer brings.
Exactly. And that's why a hybrid approach can be really effective. Use AI for those quick product shots.
Okay.
And then bring in a photographer when you want something really special.
So AI for efficiency and traditional photography for when you need that creative spark.
Exactly. The right tool for the right job.
I like that. So what's the big takeaway from all this?
It all comes back to your brand. What kind of visuals represent you best?
Right, so don't just jump on the AI bandwagon without thinking about it.
Exactly. It's about finding what works for you, whether it's AI, traditional, or a mix of both.
It's about being strategic, not just following the latest trend.
Right. Make informed choices that align with your brand and your goals.
Makes sense.
So a fast fashion brand might rely heavily on AI,
Yeah.
while a luxury brand might stick with traditional photography for those really impactful campaigns.
Or maybe they use both. AI for the everyday stuff and photographers for the special project.
Exactly. There are so many possibilities.
This has been so insightful. I'm feeling inspired to rethink my own visual strategy. Thanks for guiding us through this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure. And to everyone listening, we encourage you to check out AI-powered visuals.
Yeah, you might be surprised at what you can achieve.
Absolutely. It's an exciting time for fashion photography.
It is. And that wraps up another episode of The Deep Dive. Until next time, keep learning and keep creating.
See you next time.